Welcome back to Motivational Channel. Today's topic is Never Say Never, a powerful mindset that can transform your life forever. Many people give up too early. They say things like, I'll never be successful. I'll never speak good English. I'll never change my life. But today, we begin a journey to break that belief. We'll learn 7 powerful lessons. In this video, let's dive into Lesson 1 and change the way you think, feel, and act. Lesson 1, you only lose when you quit. Have you ever failed at something and thought, this is not for me? Maybe you tried to improve your English, but someone laughed. Maybe you tried to start a business, but it didn't work. Maybe you tried to build a better life, but nothing changed. So you said to yourself, I can't do this. I'll never make it. But here's the truth. You only lose when you quit. Failure is not the end. Quitting is. A real-life example, Thomas Edison. Let me tell you a story. Thomas Edison was the man who invented the electric light bulb. Do you know how many times he failed? More than 1,000 times. People laughed at him. They said, you will never do it. But Edison said, I didn't fail 1,000 times. I learned 1,000 ways that didn't work. Because he never said never. He changed the world. The mind is the key. The words you say to yourself become your truth. If you say, I will never be confident, your mind will believe it. But if you say, I can do better tomorrow, your mind will help you try again. So stop using the word never. Instead, use the word not yet. Say, I haven't learned it yet. I haven't succeeded yet, but I will. That one small change can give you the power to continue. One more step. Imagine you're climbing a mountain. You're tired. You're scared. You look up and the top seems too far. You feel like giving up. But what if the top was just around the next turn? Most people quit right before success. They don't know they were so close. So remember this. One more step can change your entire life. Never say never. Just take that one more step. Try, fail, learn, repeat. Let's make something clear. Trying and failing doesn't make you weak. It makes you human. Every successful person failed, but they learn from it. They use failure as a teacher, not an excuse. So instead of saying this will never work, say let's try again but smarter. The people who change their lives are not perfect. They are just brave enough to keep going. Change the language you use. Words are powerful. They can build your future or break your confidence. So from today, stop using negative words like never, I can't, it's impossible, and replace them with I will try. I'm learning. I believe in myself. This simple change will open your mind to new chances. Build your mental muscle. Think of your mind like a muscle. The more you train it with positive thoughts, the stronger it becomes. So every time you feel like quitting, say, this is hard, but I've been through hard things before. I will not give up now. Say it again and again until your mind starts to believe it. Final words. Let's end Lesson 1 with this truth. The moment you say never, you lock the door to your own success. But when you say I'll try again, you open the door to something amazing. So from today, promise yourself, you will never say never. You will stand up, show up, and try again. Because winners are not the ones who never fail. Winners are the ones who never quit. Lesson 2, your present doesn't define your future. Many people believe that their past failures or their present situation will always stay the same. They think, I didn't do well in school, so I'll never succeed. I come from a poor background, so I can't become rich. I've made too many mistakes, so I can't change. But the truth is very clear. Where you are today is not where you have to stay. You are not stuck. You can change your past starting today. Real-life example, Oprah Winfrey. Let's talk about a true example. Oprah Winfrey is one of the most successful and respected women in the world. But do you know where she started? She was born in deep poverty. She suffered through many hardships, including abuse and discrimination. She was even told she was not fit for television, but she never let her present condition define her future success. She worked on her skills, improved her mindset, and believed in her dream. Today, Oprah is a billionaire, an inspiration, and a symbol of strength. Don't judge the seed before it grows. Think about this. When you plant a small seed in the ground, it looks like nothing. It's tiny, weak, and invisible. But deep inside is power. The power to become a huge tree. In the same way, your dreams may look small today. Your progress may feel slow. But that doesn't mean you're not growing. Your future is growing quietly inside you. Keep watering it. Keep believing. Never say it's too late. Never say it's too hard. Say I'm still growing. Where you begin is not where you finish. Success is not about where you started. It's about how far you're willing to go. Some people start with everything, money, education, comfort, but still fail. Others start with nothing but succeed because of their mindset. So instead of saying I can't do this because of my past, say I will rise no matter where I started. You are not your history. You are your decision to change your future. Action creates new reality. Let's be honest. Waiting and worrying never changes anything, but action does. So start small. Learn one new thing every day. Read 5 pages of a good book. Speak English for 10 minutes. Wake up 30 minutes earlier. These small actions done daily create a new future. You don't need to make a big leap. Just take a small step every day. Little by little, a little becomes a lot. Believe in the power of tomorrow. Your today may be difficult. You may be facing loneliness, fear, or failure. But life can surprise you if you don't give up. Tomorrow is full of opportunities, new people, new paths, new chances. But you will only see them if you stay in the game. If you believe in one more try, one more day, one more step. Final words. Let's end this lesson with one powerful message. Never let your present limit your future. Never let your current struggle stop your future strength. You are more than your mistakes. You are more than your situation. You are full of unseen potential. So hold your head high and say to yourself, my future is waiting for me and I'm not giving up now. Lesson 3. You are bigger than your environment. Have you ever felt like your dreams are too big for the place you live in? Maybe you live in a small town or in a place where people don't dream big. Maybe everyone around you is negative, lazy, or stuck in the past. And slowly you start to think, maybe I should stop dreaming. Maybe this is all life has to offer. But here's the truth. You are not your environment. You are the decision you make inside your mind. Example, the bamboo tree story. Let me tell you the story of the Chinese bamboo tree. When you plant a bamboo seed, for the first 5 years, nothing grows. You water it every day, care for it, protect it, but still there is nothing to see. People may laugh. They may say you are wasting your time. But in the 6th year, something amazing happens. The bamboo suddenly grows up to 80 foot tall in just a few weeks. Why? Because for 5 years, the bamboo was growing roots underground. It was becoming strong from within. In the same way, you may be growing in silence. Even if your surroundings are negative, you can build powerful roots inside yourself. Never say nothing is happening. Say something powerful is building inside me. Don't wait for your environment to be perfect. Some people wait for the right time, the right people, or the right city before they start working on their goals. They think once I move to a better place, I'll start. If my family supports me, I'll try. If people understand me, I'll grow. But success doesn't wait for the perfect environment. Success grows where you choose to grow. A flower can grow even in a crack of a wall if it has sunlight, water, and hope. Don't wait for everything to be perfect. Start with what you have where you are. Build an inner world that's stronger. Yes, the outer world can be dark, but your inner world can shine brighter. Fill your mind with learning, courage, and action. Read books. Listen to wisdom. Write your goals. Repeat your affirmations. Example affirmation. My environment may limit others, but it will not limit me. Say it again and again. Believe it. Don't let negative people decide your life. Let's be honest. Some people around us are not growing. They gossip, complain, and give up easily. They say things like, you're wasting your time. Just be realistic. That's not possible for people like us. But here's the secret. What they say is a reflection of their limits, not yours. You don't have to argue with them. You don't have to prove anything. Just keep going. Let your results be your answer. Change begins inside. You don't need to change the world around you. You need to change how you see it. Instead of saying this place is too small, say my dreams are too big to be limited by this place. Your power is not in your address. Your power is in your mindset. When you believe in your growth, your environment becomes just a background, not a barrier. Final words. Let's end lesson 3 with one powerful truth. You can be the light in a dark place. You can be the hope where there is none. You can be the one who breaks the cycle. You are not stuck. You are not finished. You are becoming something powerful, even if the world doesn't see it yet. So don't say never. Say, even here I will rise. Lesson 4. Tiny efforts, big results. We often think that big success comes from big actions. We wait for one magical opportunity, one lucky moment, or one perfect day. But here's the truth. Success is not one big thing. Success is 100 small things repeated with focus every single day. Example, the ice cube effect. Imagine an ice cube sitting on a table. The room is cold. Let's say it's at -5 degrees. You slowly start increasing the temperature. At -4 degrees, nothing happens. At -3 degrees, still nothing. -2 to 1 degree, still no change. At 0 degrees, suddenly the ice starts to melt. Now ask yourself, was it the 0 degrees Celsius that changed everything? No, it was all the tiny changes before that building up silently. That's how growth works. You might not see the results right away, but every effort is melting your limits, preparing your breakthrough. Small efforts matter more than you think. Let's take 2 people. Both want to improve their life. Person A reads 10 pages of a good book every day. Person B scrolls social media for 30 minutes every day. In one day, it's no big deal. But in 1 year, Person A reads 15 books. Person B loses hundreds of hours. That's the power of small habits. You don't need to do everything. You just need to do one right thing every single day. Compound effect, your secret weapon. This idea comes from a famous book, The Compound Effect. It says smart choices plus consistency plus time equals radical difference. Imagine saving just $1 a day. In 1 day, it's just $1. But in 3 years, it's over $1,000 without any pain. Now imagine doing 10 push-ups every morning. 15 minutes of English practice. One kind action to someone you love. You won't become a superhero overnight, but in time you'll feel more confident, stronger, wiser, and happier. That's the power of the long game. What stops people? The all or nothing trap. Most people fail because they think I have to do everything perfectly. If I can't do 1 hour, I'll do nothing. But perfection is not the goal. Progress is. Small is powerful. Small is possible. Small is sustainable. Don't underestimate the value of doing 10 minutes of something useful today, because today's small effort is tomorrow's big change. Train your brain to love small wins. Your brain loves rewards. So give yourself daily victories. Finish your to-do list and smile. Learn 5 new English words and celebrate. Say no to distraction and feel proud. These small wins train your brain to stay consistent, and consistent people build unstoppable lives. Real story. The 1% rule. There was a British cycling team that was losing for years. They hired a new coach who didn't try big changes. He focused on 1% improvements. Better pillows for good sleep, lighter bike seats, healthier food, tiny things. But over time, these 1% changes turned into Olympic gold medals. They became one of the greatest cycling teams in history. That's the power of tiny gains. Final words, you don't need to change everything today. You just need to choose one small good thing and repeat it tomorrow. So remember this, never say never. Say I will grow 1% a day, and I will grow again tomorrow. Big mountains are climbed step by step. Big dreams are built day by day. Your journey doesn't need to be dramatic. It just needs to be daily. Lesson 5. You don't need permission to begin. Let's start with the simple question. How many times have you stopped yourself from doing something you really wanted to do just because you thought someone else had to prove it first? You waited for someone to say you're good enough. Someone to support your dream. Someone to guide you or give you a green light. But here's the reality. You don't need anyone's permission to start. Not your teacher, not your friend, not your family, not even your past self. Your life is your journey, and you are the one who has the power to begin. Why we wait? We wait because we fear failure. We fear judgment. We think we must get everything perfect. We tell ourselves, what if I'm not ready? What if others laugh at me? What if I fail? But here's the truth. Waiting keeps you small. Starting helps you grow. Let me tell you, no successful person in history waited until everything was perfect. They simply said, I'll start where I am with what I have. The story of Sarah Blakely, a billionaire without permission. Sarah Blakely was selling fax machines door to door. She had an idea for a new kind of women's clothing, something that didn't exist yet. But she had no fashion background, no money, no contacts, no experience in design. People told her it's impossible. She said, I'm doing it anyway. She believed in her idea. She started small. She made mistakes, but she kept going. Today she's a founder of Spanx, a billion-dollar company and one of the richest self-made women in the world. She didn't wait for permission. She gave it to herself. The power of self-permission. When you give yourself permission to try, you stop waiting. You start moving. You become free from opinions. You take ownership of your life. No one can give you more power than you already have. You just have to believe you're allowed to use it. You are allowed to speak. You are allowed to dream. You are allowed to fail. You are allowed to rise again. Break the mental walls. Here's a simple exercise. Close your eyes and imagine a big wall in front of you. On that wall is written, you can't do this. Now imagine yourself walking through the wall. That wall is self-doubt. It looks real, but it's only made of thoughts. And your belief is the hammer that breaks it down. Think of every great artist. Do you know that the world rejected many artists before celebrating them? One writer was told his work was too dark and weird. His name, Stephen King. One filmmaker was rejected from film school multiple times. His name, Steven Spielberg. One young singer was told, you're not pretty enough for TV. Her name, Lady Gaga. If they had waited for someone to say, now you're ready, we would never know their names. So don't wait. You are already enough to begin. Build as you go. It's okay to not have all the answers. Start now and figure it out along the way. You don't need the best camera to start a YouTube channel, a perfect accent to start speaking English, a big plan to start your dream project. You need motion because once you start moving, the path becomes clearer. It's like driving a car at night. You can only see a few meters ahead, but you can drive across the entire country just by keeping your headlights on. Take the first step today. Let today be the day you stop waiting and start doing. Write the first page. Record the first video. Say the first sentence in English. Apply for that job. Speak up in that meeting. You don't need to be the best. You just need to be brave enough to begin. Final words. The world is full of people who waited too long. Don't become one of them. Be the person who says, I don't need anyone's permission. I give it to myself. Because the moment you stop waiting is the moment you start living. Lesson 6. You become what you keep doing. Start with this thought. Imagine someone who wants to be a great speaker. But every time they get nervous, they say, I'm just not confident. This is not for me. Now imagine someone who wants to be a great artist. But instead of drawing every day, they just keep watching tutorials, scrolling social media, and comparing themselves to others. What's the result? They stay stuck because they don't understand one powerful truth. Your actions shape your identity. You become what you do, not what you say. The truth about habits. Let me explain it clearly. If you read one page of a book every day, after 30 days you've read 30 pages. If you write 100 words daily in a year, you've written a full book. If you walk 20 minutes every day in a year, you've walked over 120 hours. Small things done daily are much more powerful than big things done rarely. Motivation starts you, but habit builds you. Your identity is not fixed. A lot of people say, I'm not good at English. I'm lazy. I can't change. But those are just labels. They are not the truth. The real truth is you are what you practice. If you practice kindness, you become kind. If you practice courage, you become brave. If you practice learning, you become smart. You are not born with a fixed identity. You are always in the process of becoming. Example, the story of Oprah Winfrey. Oprah was born into poverty. She faced abuse, discrimination, and rejection. At age 14, she was told she was not made for television. But she kept showing up. She kept practicing. She didn't say, "I'm not good enough." She said, "I'm still learning." Today, she is one of the most respected and powerful voices in the world. She didn't wait to be perfect. She became successful by doing, failing, learning, and repeating. That's what we all need to do. Change what you do. Change who you are. Want to be more confident? Start by speaking a little more every day. Want to be more focused? Start by putting away your phone for 15 minutes a day. Want to be healthier? Start by drinking 1 glass of water as soon as you wake up. Big dreams are achieved through small, consistent actions. Excellence is not an act, but a habit. Aristotle, build your system. Here's what you can do starting today. 1. Pick one identity you want to build. Example, confident speaker, English learner, focused person. 2. Do one small action every day. Read 1 paragraph. Speak 1 sentence. Write 1 idea. 3. Track your progress. Make a calendar. Cross each day you complete your action. 4. Tell yourself, "This is who I am." Even if it feels small, tell yourself, "I'm someone who keeps showing up." This creates momentum, and soon the action becomes natural. Break the identity trap. Most people say that's just the way I am. I've always been like this. People like me can't do that. But remember, those are just beliefs. They are not rules, and you can change them. You are not your past. You are your potential. So from today, stop saying never. Say instead, "Not yet, but I'm becoming that person." Final words. In this life, you don't rise to the level of your goals. You rise to the level of your habits. Every small step, every tiny choice, every 5-minute effort, all adds up to something great. You want to transform your life? Then start with your daily actions, because in the end, you don't need a new life. You need new habits. Lesson 7. You become like the people around you. Have you ever heard the saying? Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. It might sound simple, but it's one of the most powerful truths in life. Let's explore what it really means and how this one idea can completely change your life. Think about this. If you spend time with negative people who always complain, blame others, and talk about problems, you will soon start doing the same. But if you spend time with positive people who talk about ideas, goals, and growth, you'll feel more energized, more focused, and more motivated. Your environment has silent power. It can build you or break you without you even noticing. You attract what you tolerate. If you're always around people who waste time, gossip, or say things like, "That's impossible. Why even try? Let's just chill," you slowly stop dreaming big. You shrink yourself to fit their world. But the moment you protect your space and surround yourself with people who believe, act, and grow, you unlock your true potential. Real life example. The Wright brothers. The Wright brothers, the men who created the first airplane, were not rich, not famous, and not highly educated. But they had one powerful thing: each other. They believed in their dream, supported each other, and worked like a team. They kept their circle small, but strong. They didn't let doubters stop them, and they changed the world. Sometimes it's not about how many people you know. It's about knowing a few people who push you forward. Look at your circle. Ask yourself, do the people around me help me grow? Do they challenge me in a good way? Do they clap when I win or feel jealous? Do they bring peace or stress? Because here's the truth. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. Surround yourself with people who are better than you in some way. People who lift you, not limit you. Clear the clutter. You don't have to be rude. You don't have to cut everyone out of your life, but you must set boundaries. Protect your time. Limit useless conversations. Say no to negative energy. You're not being selfish. You're being wise. Remember, you can't fly if you're tied to people who are scared of heights. Build your growth circle. Here's what you can do today. 1. Identify 3 people who inspire you. They can be in real life, books, YouTube, or podcasts. 2. Spend more time learning from them. Read their words. Follow their habits and listen to their stories. 3. Find a learning partner. Someone who wants to grow with you. Talk once a week about books, goals, or new skills. 4. Limit time with people who drain your energy. You don't need to hate them. Just don't let them control your mindset. The hidden secret. Your circle is more than people. It's also what you watch, listen to, read, scroll through. So even if your friends are not helpful, you can still create a powerful virtual circle. Listen to motivational podcasts. Follow inspiring creators. Watch content that lifts you higher. Your phone can be your best friend or worst enemy. Choose what you allow inside your mind. Final thought. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. You are not meant to walk this path alone. Find the right people. Build your environment. And soon, success won't just be a dream. It will become your lifestyle. If you're learning something valuable, then don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this video for motivational videos, and share this with someone who needs to hear it.